The problems of society has brought us to loss of evaluations. The marriage issues now and the rate of divorce in the world now has called marriage institution to a question. And after lots of observations I've made and having been a marriage counselor as a priest for years, I observed 7 things that destroy marriage. I call them destroyers of marriage. I want to begin this lecture from the scripture, Proverbs chapter 20, 31 from verse 10 down. The scripture says, the truly capable woman who can find her, she's far beyond the price of pearls. Her husband's heart has confidence in her. From her, he will derive no little profit. Advantage and not hurt, she brings him all the days of her life. She selects wool and flax. She does her work with eager hands. She's like those merchant vessels bringing her food from afar. She gets up while it is still dark, giving her husband their food, giving orders to her serving girls. She sets her mind on a field, then she buys it with what her mind have earned. She plants a vineyard, and so on and so forth. What is it trying to let you know? The function of a good wife. As the woman, a good wife functions, so also Peter let us understand the function also of a good husband. Peter let us to understand that husband should love the wife as Christ loves the church. It is the function of a man to love the wife. It's function of a man to respect, honor, and they pay homage to the husband. It is the work of a man to love. That's what the scripture says. So when you go to this, you discover that there are a lot of issues in marriages now. Many are frustrated, many are crying. And I've given one of my lectures I gave, I said, should I stay put in toxic marriage? And many people are dying every day. In fact, lots of death now are caused by unhealthy relationship. And I have these 7 things to let you know. One of those things that destroy marriage is lack of vision before getting into marriage. Lack of vision before getting into marriage. And it could be also termed as early marriage. What do I mean by lack of vision? Lots of people get into marriage because they feel that it is, let them get into marriage because maybe their age mates have got into marriage. They want to get into marriage, or they give themselves target that at the age of 30 I must have finished, giving birth. My children, then my last child must have been in, whatever. So the target they give themselves is not the target that is what, comparing to marriage. So they get into marriage with wrong impression. So they don't have vision. They don't want to know what they are going into marriage to do. They just get into marriage because others are getting into marriage. It is the responsibility of a man to marry or the responsibility of a woman to get into a man's house. Lack of vision. It destroys marriage. If you don't know what you are going into marriage to do, don't get into it because you'll be frustrated. Number 2, over family influence. My advice to every man is this. If you are of age to marry, if you are still living with your parents, it's not advisable to live with your parents and get married to a woman. If you are of age to marry, leave your parents' house, go and rent your house. I mean those who live, in the, who live, in the cities. It's not advisable to live with your mom or your dad and your siblings in the same, flat with your wife. Get a house, even if it's a room, so that woman will feel responsible and responsive to take care of, the family as a wife. And also, when little thing that happens, you go and tell your mom, or you go and tell your dad, or the wife goes to tell the mom and to dad. Let me tell you, either of your mom or either of the parents, none is worthy of entering into that marriage. Their role is adversary. In fact, the best person to interfere in your marriage is the priest who wedded you people, or the go between, the person as go between. Onye Nonisi, these are the impartial people who can come into the marriage and give their impartial advice. Don't drag your family into the marriage you are having. Don't drag your mom, don't drag your dad, don't drag your siblings. Because when they come, they will side. Surely they will side. Number three, housewifeship. When a woman decides to be a housewife, it is a danger to the family. When a woman decides that she will be a housewife, or when a man decides that a woman will be a housewife, it's a danger. I want to give you the two dangers of it. Number one, no matter whatever a man gives to a woman, it's not enough for that woman to solve her immediate problem. Remember, you married her from somewhere. She has also her immediate needs. She has needs. She has responsibility towards the parents and siblings. So it's not everything she needs. She calls your attention. So she has also responsibility to take care of somebody, no matter whatever you give to her. Number two, she is a human being that's supposed to feel that she is somebody. When you keep her at home, she's idle. And remember, an idle man is a devil's workshop. Keeping her idle, diminishes her worth, makes her to feel that she's nothing, she's of no consequence. That is housemanship. The third one is when you do not pay attention to little things that matters. I mean, the fourth one. What are those little things? How many times have you given gift to each other? Maybe the last time you gave your wife a gift or you gave husband a gift when people were still dating. Let me tell you, gifts, as the book of Proverbs says, is works like a talisman. You renew your love with gifts. I don't mean that to buy a house if you have the money buy, but little things. You can buy apple, you can buy granite. That thing you know that your wife or your husband likes. Have you? Why can't you buy it for? Many of us feel that if I give him or her gift, you feel that, well, let me tell you, it is necessary that you date your wife every day. Let me tell you, the more you date a woman, the more she feels like a baby, the more she brings out the best in her. It's not only that time before marriage, you date your wife every day. When you date your woman, she feels that she's still a baby and she brings out the best. Just those little things that matter, like abusive words, abusing your wife in front of your children, anything, or talking to her anyhow, or you feel that she has no brain. All your properties, none of them can your wife lay claim to. Your wife does not know where your shop is. You married her for 10 years, 20 years. She doesn't know where your shop is. Anything you do, you call your siblings or your family. She's not a member of the family. Those are the little things that matter. And the woman will be dying gradually. You feel that you are giving her everything, but inside her, she's instigated. She's not a member of the family. These are the little things that matter. There are many of them, but maybe next time I will give lecture on little things that matter because there are a lot of the intricate things that destroy marriage. Number six, suspicion. Especially now we have phone. I keep on saying it. Wife, husband, you have no need to go to each other's phone. Leave. It is called handset. It is a personal property. You don't need to go to your house, your wife's phone. Even if it's ringing, let it ring there. Husband, don't go to a wife's phone. Wife, don't go to a husband's phone. This is one of the things that causes suspicion. And when you see your wife or your husband talking with opposite sex, and you feel that they have started doing a funny thing, which means that marriage should not. If you cannot trust the person that you are living with, forget about it. If there's no trust, there can be no marriage. And once that trust is done, that marriage is dead. It's dead. So one person told me the other time that the husband said that their marriage died 6 years ago, but they're still living together. He said, what are you still doing there? Give yourself a breathing space before something bad happens. Seventh, and lastly for now, but not when you allow external influence. The first one is family. When you allow external influence, meaning your friends, the passerbys, to determine what happens to your family. There are people that give you advice on how to treat your wife or to your husband, or how your friends, such as the unmarried friends, they keep on telling you how to manage your family. You're gone. When you allow external influence to destroy your marriage, that is worst. I said it. 7 things that destroy marriage. Number 1, lack of vision. You must know what you're going into the marriage to do. Number 2, housewifeship. Don't allow your wife to be a housewife. Number 3, over family influence. Don't allow your family siblings to influence your family. Number 4, the issue of external influence. Don't allow people to begin to influence your family anyhow. And this one, suspicion and the rest. Keep to your family. Remember, he who destroys the family, you have no other